Hello and welcome to Causal Catastrophe. So I like roguelikes and I've played a bit of the Binding of Isaac. You probably have too. And I've got some of the achievements, but sadly, honestly, I haven't gotten even a third of them. Like there's hundreds of achievements for this game and I've only got a really small percentage. I've also only defeated the first mother fight and the heart a couple of times. I have only completed one challenge and I haven't unlocked most of the characters that are available. Mostly because I'm bad at the game. And today, and in this series that I don't know how long it will be, I'm going to try and improve and do some unlocks for the Isaac, which is a game that I truly enjoy playing. But since I'm so bad at it and I usually don't dedicate a lot of my time to it because I spend a lot of time in other games, and I don't know, maybe I have some kind of ADHD for video games that I just can't spend a lot of time playing the same game, but I never really improved, basically is what I'm trying to say. So here it is. Let's see if I can improve in this game. So for this first game, we're just gonna call it Day 0, and that's because I started playing Repentance. I had tried installing Repentance Plus before and the mod for the items, but I just couldn't get it to work, I don't know why. So back when I tried to play this game a couple of months, well, like a month ago, I played Repentance because I needed the item mods in order to build somewhat of a run. Going forward, I will be playing Repentance Plus. I already got it to work, I don't know, maybe I just got carried away installing mods and they didn't all work together. But here we are back in Repentance, and the day this series is going to work because of that is it's gonna start on Day 0. Each day that I can manage to play the game, I'm gonna call it a day, and that day will have a certain amount of runs that I'll be willing to play until I don't feel like playing it anymore, because after all, I'm doing this for fun. So I'll play until I feel like I want to play, and then I'll just stop. So we'll see for that day the amount of runs that I get and what progress I can make in those runs. And then there will be another day and more runs and so on and so forth until we can, like, I don't know, defeat Hush. I don't know what the final objective should be. I just want to improve at the game because I think the better you are at Isaac, as with most games, the more fun it will be, and I want to have fun with this game. So yeah, for the first run we went as Isaac, and I'm started play with the controller, so I don't know all the controls for the game on this first run, so apologies for that. Also, I'm trying to experiment more with the mechanics of the game, so right here you can see that I did the blood donation machine, then I'm donating to the heart beggar. I'm just exploring the game as freely as I can, you know. I don't really care if the run goes far, as long as I'm improving from run to run. And to be honest, I think, as far as my runs go, this first one was pretty good actually. So here we are already fighting the first boss. It's probably a slow room because, well, I took my time with it, as I do in this run for most of the time, to be honest. But yeah, first floor is done. And we got 2 soul hearts in the devil deal. Very nice. Also, I installed the items mod exactly so I could read the descriptions. I do cut out most of the time that I spent reading it and making the decisions because the video as it is already super long for the 4 runs that I made. But if you want, you can pause and check out the descriptions and see what I checked if you need it, because probably you won't even need it. But if you do, it's there and you can read it for yourself. So second boss already. We are probably gonna take some damage here. There it is. Because, as I said, I struggle a lot with this game still. And one of the things that I struggle most with, and I don't know if this is a common issue, is I tend to look where I'm shooting and then I don't notice incoming damage. So I don't know if I should be looking more towards Isaac, or if I'm doing it right and I just need to get good. I don't know. But onto Catacombs 2 we go. And also something that I wanted to mention is, at first when I started doing this, and I've already recorded the second episode and today we'll probably record the third, this was going to be like how much can I improve in Isaac in 30 days. But sadly, as I'm editing this video, I noticed that this video is 30 minutes long and this is day 0. How am I supposed to fit 30 more days into a video without like no one clicking on it? As it is, I noticed that a lot of my longer videos don't really get any clicks. My most viewed video is the shorter one, so I mean maybe there's a relation there, I don't know. But I'm trying to cut out a lot of it, but as I don't know Isaac very much, I don't know if the cuts that I'm doing make a lot of sense. So if you are watching this and you have any feedback that could help me improve the videos without making them super long, I would really appreciate it, because the other YouTubers that I watch that play Isaac, for example, as I've been editing, I've been watching X Quirky, who just does a run per video, at least the ones that I've watched, and that seems a lot simpler to make shorter videos out of, even though his runs like are longer than mine were because he's way better at the game. But I myself can't really just do one run, because then it would be boring. Even though it could be like 20 or 30 minutes, I do believe it would be boring for me because my runs don't get very far, in contrast to what I was just watching, for example, from this other YouTuber. So I don't know, if you are watching this and you do enjoy the way that I put this video together, leave a like. And if you think that it's not a good way to do the videos, just leave me a comment and tell me what you think would be better, so I can try and change it and improve. Because I've also just started doing all of this YouTube thing, and I'm not great at editing or anything, so I'm just trying my best here to put some content out there that I'm happy with and that someone out there will enjoy, because that's the point of all of this in the end. But yeah, so I tried to put the rooms that I found more interesting, and obviously the item rooms, like you can see right here, Tooth and Nail tier 2, which I've only recently discovered is a thing like item tiers, which probably is something that it's really obvious but I never really thought about while playing the game. So in this run that you're seeing, and in day 0 as we call it, I'm not really looking at the item tiers. On the next video I will be paying more attention to that, but so far we're just kinda rolling with it, just having fun and trying our best with the game. And so far, I mean, even though it's been 20 minutes, so it's a long run for where we are, I think we are doing pretty good. It's like when you have soccer practice or something, and on the first day back after a long break, it's great, you do great because all the energy is there, but then day 2 or second run, as you will see, it doesn't go as well. Maybe I just got lucky on this first run, I don't know. But we got eye drops, which is tears up plus 0.8 tears up. Also, all these stats I do need to learn about, not particularly the items, I think they'll just come with time. But understanding what each stat on the left means, because a lot of times I look at that and I'm not sure what each thing does. So I'm learning as I play and also as I watch other people, as I just mentioned. Another thing that I wanted to mention that I forgot at the beginning is that we are playing on hard. I think, if I'm not mistaken, that's the second hardest difficulty that I have unlocked so far, but even as is, it's already really hard for me to play the game, as you can see. So that's the difficulty we're gonna be sticking with for the whole of this series. If I do change difficulty, it will probably be in some other series. that I do Isaac, but that's way in the future. We are focusing on this one now and the other current series in the channel. So for now, just assume every run is on hard. I'm not gonna put it on screen every time because I think it's unnecessary to show. Also, my little avatar, I know it's covering a bit of the items. I didn't really know where to put the avatar, to be honest, because on the left it would be covering the trinket, on the right it covers the items. I think with the UI from Repentance Plus that I have, it will be a lot cleaner, but for now I guess we'll have to deal with it as is. But yeah, we just defeat Mom and we are moving on to the womb. I think it's what the next rooms are called, or the next floors. So yeah, as I was saying, this is, for me, this is a pretty good first run. We are doing pretty okay. And now we're fighting another boss right at the beginning of the second run, which is not posing much of a difficulty for us. Here we are doing pretty well. I'm just sort of rumbling over the video because I really don't know the game too well, and it's just I'm experimenting with the video format as well, so just talking alongside the clips that I have to show. And so here we go on our melee to defeat the boss of this room. Our damage is not too good, but yeah, we are making our way and we're getting some HP along the way, which is always good, and finding some secret rooms as well. Here I'm taking my time deciding what I want to do, if it's worth to spend a bomb, even though I have 16, but bear with me while I make these decisions, and I do end up spending the bomb, getting 2 keys and a coin for my trouble, and also bombing out these little fellows over here, trying to get some more money that I'm not sure I've spent any of this run yet. But alas, unfortunately, we reached this room, and from a careless mistake over here, we just met our end, and the run, sadly, is over. But onto our second run here, I just pressed restart and jumped right back in, and so we're playing as Isaac again. And the first room, pretty easy clear, a bit slow, but we did it, no damage taken so far, which is good. But on the second room here, we are fighting Envy, which for the beginning of runs, it actually is really annoying to fight, at least for me, because our damage is low and the fire rate is low. So it takes a long time to break him into these little pieces and kill him. And I also took damage, careless damage again, but it's very easy to say that it's careless once I'm watching the video. When I'm playing, it's not that easy to avoid everything at times. But yeah, we are almost done with the boss here. Sadly we took damage, but you won't really stop us. It was just half a heart. Half a heal, he will be dead very soon. And we got for our troubles joke bomb, or whatever it's called. Here we got 2 items, but nothing really special. Just a wisp, I think it's called, and backpack. So yeah, I just moved on to the boss. Nothing really important. Problem to fly, if I'm not mistaken. I actually do enjoy this boss a lot. I don't know why. It's just fun for me to do against. And here we are doing pretty well, no damage taken yet, so that's pretty good. But still, we are only in the first floor anyway, so if we had taken a lot of damage here, it would mean we are doing really bad in Isaac, which is really what we are going to assess from this video, to be fair, because it's the first few runs in a couple of months. Like serious run. I did open the game and tried installing mods and whatnot, but didn't play it in that much. But yeah, we got style. Is that what that said? I got style. Awesome. We got style. And we got Curse of Blindness, of course we did. Of Darkness, not of Blindness. But yeah, moving on to the second floor. See if this run can get any further than the other one. Got a bomb here. As we died, we lost all our prized possessions, which were like 15 bombs, sadly. But it's no big deal. We will get it back in no time. Already I went into the boss for some reason, not clearing much of the room and taking damage as well. I don't know if this boss is from like similar to the other one we played last run where it's attached. I don't know the lore, but they look pretty similar to me. But we're done with this floor already. On to the next one. I played the cutscene for some reason and I just let it on the video. But moving on to caves 1, we are moving a lot faster than last round, but again this run I only have 3.5 damage, which is not pretty good if I'm going to be honest. Over here I take some more damage to this awful enemy that I honestly hate, because when you're shooting it just doesn't come out of the little shell, aka skull, and these ones shoot 3, the red ones shoot 5 bullets if I'm not mistaken, so they kinda suck. But yeah, we got conjoined and I went on to the next room where I also experimented with Skull Guy and I definitely couldn't figure out where the coin was, so I just got offered a fly for no troubles. And on to the next boss. This one is actually pretty annoying for this stage of the game. Well, not annoying to play against, it's just I do tend to take a lot of damage against this boss. When I say annoying, I'm not annoyed with the game for the most part, it's just a way to speak, but yeah, I do tend to take a lot of damage there, as I said. So, moving on, this time we're playing as Simpson. Here, decided to change it around, try another character. Most of the characters I don't really know what they do. Like right now, my favorite character is Kane, and I honestly don't know what Lucky Foot does because I can't seem to see it on the UI and on the opening screen. It doesn't really show. I'll have to check with not the bestiary, but like where they show the items and such, if there's a description, or Google it to find out what it is, because I'm playing a character very often and I don't know what the perk of playing him actually is. But already here we are in our second boss, or on our first boss of the run, and it's this little fellow whose name I don't know yet, but I do know that he got punched a couple of times. It's an effect that I actually found really fun, including the sound that it makes. It's really funny, honestly. So yeah, I tried to play around with the barrels. I didn't get a lot of damage from it. I completely missed the first one, but the second one hit and we are done. And we got some toothpick for our troubles, tears and shot speed up, which is pretty good for us. And on to the next floor we go. So basement 2, and we already found the item room. I think that's what it's called, right? The item room. Feel free to correct me if I'm mistaken, but we also found gold poop, which is being guarded by some kind of boss whose name didn't show up and I do not know it either. But we are making quick work of him. Took a bit of damage, but it's fine. And some more damage. That one was unnecessary looking back, but it is what it is. And we've got the Steam Sale. I don't know if that boss is Creed like before or if it's a different one, but he's gone now, doesn't matter. but we got Steam sales, some monies, and also tried to explode those fellas over there, but sadly no bombs this run yet. And also we got prayer card, which is pretty good, but I didn't realize it right away what it did. I did not see the white heart over there, so I just went on to the next boss fight without understanding what it actually was. And to get here I actually ended up losing the heart, so that was kind of sad, but it's a reusable item, so I'll use it in a bit, and we'll get the heart back just right here. Yeah, and we also cleared out the devil wheel items, so that was nice for us, and we made it to the catacombs with 2 full hearts, red hearts, so that's pretty good for us. So over here we got 5.6 damage, already got some damage on our side, and still 2 hearts with the active item giving us some more at the end of each floor, so we're doing pretty good for ourselves. Found the item room, just have to defeat these little thingies in our way, but yeah, pretty good. As I said, this and the first run were probably the best runs of the day, sadly. But it's a learning experience, and this first day is just to figure out where we are at. We're gonna grab the magnet, which I actually found pretty useful along the way, and I think that's probably all the items we got in this floor. So yeah, on to the boss, which is Hush. Actually, commenting over the video is a pretty good opportunity to learn the name of the bosses, because when I'm playing I'm just so focused that I do not realize the names of bosses, of items, so editing is also a good experience for me as well, because I do get to learn the names. Not that the name of the bosses matter a lot, but for example the items, it does seem to matter. And we got Mom's Pearl as a trinket that we didn't have a trinket yet this run, so that's pretty good overall. Onto caves 2. I do not know how to get into those arenas when they are closed, and I need to look that up, because it's a question that I've had for a while. I think even not yesterday, but 2 days when I was recording the day 1 of runs. It also happened to me, and I think I even mentioned that I was trying something different. I was trying to just let myself talk during the run, so just playing around with the video style that I wanted to make out of these Isaac videos that are just they're honestly just fun for me overall, to be fair. Well, all of the videos are fun for me, but this one I don't want to stress too much about getting it perfect, which is well, I wouldn't say I don't want them to be perfect. Obviously I want them to be to my liking and the best they can, but when it comes to gameplay I just wanted to play free and do my gameplay without stressing too much, because I know that I'm not particularly good at the game, and there's a lot of videos out there. If you want someone to play like super well, you can just go watch those other videos. This is my journey and my experience with Isaac, and that's all that it's gonna be. If in the end it ends up being somewhat similar, well, that it will never be, because I won't put thousands of hours, at least not as of right now, into the game. But if it ends up being similar, great. If not, well, so is life, and it's my experience, and I've had fun with it, and that's what matters. So we are already in another run, playing Samson again. We died, and sadly this run I I don't know what happened, honestly. We just died really early. I just rushed into the boss with half a heart. I was kinda lost over there. But yeah, we died, changed character, and we are here again for the last run of the day, which was not bad as well. Already fighting the first boss. As I was commenting, this is the boss that I was told that was kind of similar to the one from the third run. Not that it matters, it's just a curiosity to me to see the similarities that I might miss while I'm playing. Because here it's 10 minutes from this boss to the one I find similar, but in reality it was like 1 hour or so, and I might have not noticed it. So. But yeah, taking some damage here, which could have been avoided as always. Lost a whole heart here, but alas, we got Squeezy again. Tears up and 2 hearts for our troubles, and on we go to the next floor already. Also, something I should have done earlier to explain the little information I have on the top right, which is just the day, the run that we are currently on for that day, and the sum of runs that we've completed. I wanted to write runs completed over there, but then it could be misleading as if I won a run, so I just put the sum of runs. So right now we completed, meaning we've died 3 times, and we are on our 4th run, which the sum is a number that will go on to the next videos. So on the next video the sum of runs will be 4, but it will be day 1 run. What is it? Just a simple explanation. I think it's easy to understand, but I'm not sure. So sometimes I overcomplicate things. Maybe another thing would be better, but we got the belt, got some speed up, and the devil deal, where I chose the Leviathan transformation instead of Gimpy this time, leaving Gimpy behind. So on to the next floor we go. And we got ourselves a heart. It hurts, a level 1 item we picked up here. A lot of the times I'm not thinking too much about synergy on this first day. On the second day I try harder to make it and to make the items synergize. Also this room, I don't understand if I have to drop something in the room or in order for it to reroll it, or if it should have rerolled my pickup, which I didn't notice anything different. Maybe I missed it even after editing it. But let me know how the dice rooms work, because I think I understand how the active item works, but I don't really understand the rooms themselves. So if you want, let me know. Otherwise I'll learn it either the hard way or I'll just Google it one time during a run or so. But we are already fighting the boss for this floor. 9 minutes, so I think we're doing pretty good. We have a 443 damage right here, so that's pretty okay for this stage of the run, I think. And this boss I also find it to be one of the easier ones, even though you saw I just took damage over there, but I do not find this boss very hard, so we just completed this floor with somewhat ease, I guess you could say, which I will not be able to say very soon here. But we got some spoon, some more speed for us, which I tested right there and I liked it a lot. And then we went with brimstone over here, which I'm not sure if it wasn't a mistake, to be honest. Also testing out my active item, which I did not understand at the moment at this point what it did, and I also didn't really realize that you could scroll through the item list on the UI. So unfortunately I kind of missed out on a lot of stuff in these first runs. I hope you forgive me, but as I said, This is my Isaac journey, my personal experience that I just want to share with you. So that's why I'm not cutting out or not leaving out everything that I know I did wrong. And that's why I'm willing to put this video out there, because I'm sure there's some people who haven't played it much and who would be at the same stage that I am, and maybe would like to see another person's perspective on the journey through Isaac, because a lot of the content creators are already really good at the game and they just want to be able to do those 6 runs that they do, but unfortunately there's a couple of hours or a couple of thousand of hours between my runs and their runs, so it is what it is. But boss is done, we got lipstick, and we are moving on to the next floor. So here we already found out the item room, and we got fire mines. Isaac steers light enemies on fire. This run would have been fire indeed if it wasn't for this room, but sadly it was the end of our journey on the Zero. If you made it this far, thank you very much. I know this was an experience, I know the commentary, I don't know, that wasn't the script for this video. I just edited as best as I could and tried to make it as short as I could while recording my journey. So I know it's not perfect, but I still wanted to put it out there because I had a lot of fun, and yeah, I honestly hope you did too. So remember, stay cozy, stay chaotic, and take care. Bye.